What's going on, Wired fam? Hope everybody's doing well. Rusty Prophet, what's up? What's up, Mr. Prophet? What you into, man? Look, I got my do going for you, Rusty. I got my ears lowered. I got my face shaved up. Man, I'm looking fly tonight. I even told my wife, I said, man, there's going to be all kinds of women on tonight. She said, I'll be quiet. Ah, what is going on with everybody this evening? Hello, hello. Gunny JC, Semper Fi, Ruh. What's going on? Crappie Kev, hello, hello. Heidi, hello, Heidi. What's going on? Laura and the boys are doing great, Heidi. Thank you for asking, as always. I appreciate that very, very much. Very much enjoy you asking about Laura and the boys every week, and I know Laura does too, so thank you very much. Daryl Corals, what's up? Good evening from Birchwood. What's going on, Daryl? Michael, and if I'm squinting, it's because I'm on my cell phone tonight, guys, and I'm trying to do this on my phone, and my phone's out here because I'm going to be doing some stuff tonight and working on some stuff because we have got a tournament this weekend, okay? And I'm thoroughly behind the 8 ball with getting ready for my tournament. So we're going to be doing some stuff. I'm going to be working on some stuff tonight. I'm going to be tying up some leaders on braid. I'm going to be putting some fluorocarbon leaders, some of that vicious 6-pound fluorocarbon on some braided line. We're going to be tying some jig heads on the end of that. And we are not going to put stump bugs on there because Mr. Rusty Prophet and company who are on here tonight are going to be fishing down there with me that Saturday. So we're not going to give away any colors. Tonight, Chickamauga Lake East Tennessee Crappie Club is going to be on Chickamauga this Saturday. If you have not fished a crappie tournament, guys, a local club tournament, you need to go fish a local club crappie tournament. It is awesome, okay? The local club events are so much fun. No pressure involved. Everybody's friendly. Everybody likes to talk. It's just a great atmosphere and a great time. There are no better people than, the local club guys, just like Russell Prophet and Jimmy Pratt and Josh Sanders and Ashley Coffey and all these guys that are on here that are saying hi to y'all every week. A lot of them fish in that club. So, a lot of really, really good guys, a lot of good people. And it's just a lot of fun. There's not a whole lot of money involved, just enough for bragging purposes, okay? And it's just a lot of fun, and we teach while we're there. We always ask at the winners, tell everybody how they caught their fish, what techniques they used, and so on and so forth. So it's always a lot of fun to fish one of those events. They're only like $40 for your boat to fish. It's just a lot of fun, okay? So something you can do on a Saturday. Tennessee's playing Alabama this Saturday. That might hurt us a little bit, but the game ain't till 3:30, guys. The game's not till 3:30. Weigh-ins at 4, so you can come weigh your fish, and you can say, I'm going to the game. I'm going to watch the game on TV, you know what I'm saying? So you can watch that and still catch most of the game and fish too. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait, and we got a lot of good stuff to talk about tonight because, 1, I'm getting ready for that event. 2, it's finally cooled off. Water temps are in the mid-60s. The fish are biting. They're chasing bait. They're all over the place. Okay, it's just a lot of fun this time of year. You can catch them a lot of different ways. You can catch them on docks. You can catch them on brush. You can catch them on open water. You can catch them on laydowns. You can catch them on points. You can catch them just about any way you want to catch them. And it's just so much fun, okay? So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I am going to be on the lake probably all day Friday, daylight to dark, because I hadn't been on chicken, since June. June was the last time I was there. You guys probably saw that. I was with the Chattanooga Crappie Club down there, fished a tournament with them on chick. They fish chick only, okay? So Chattanooga Crappie Club, they fish Chickamauga every month. They got a great group of guys. You can look them up on Facebook, look up East Tennessee Crappie Club on Facebook, and you can figure out their schedules and everything. East Tennessee Crappie Club covers the entire East Tennessee region, fishes lakes from Cherokee to Chick. And Chickamauga Crappie Club is just that. They stay right down there in Chickamauga. A lot of great guys down there too. But June was the last time I believe I fished chick with them. I won that tournament. Had 7.5 pounds on the money, 7.5, and ended up winning that day. So that was fun. That was a good thing. But just good people to go be around, hang out with. I feel like I'm so far away from you guys. I feel like I should be up here, and I'm back here tonight. So, can you guys hear me okay? Everybody good? Let's see. You're going to see my hand in here some because I'm trying to scroll down through your comments here. Maybe I should go the other way. Hey, let's do this. Whee! Whoa! All right, let's do that. Maybe you guys won't have to look at my finger. Everybody still see me? Probably. You. All right, flip the phone around. Maybe you won't have to see my finger as much. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. I know I missed some guys. I'm going back up. Give me a minute. Don the Iowa guy, what's going on? Larry Leeds, hello. Mackenzie Cobb, what's up, Mackenzie? What's going on? Did you get my picture? Mackenzie? I'm excited. It's sitting outside right now, so I can't show you. I got my truck. Well, I got my F-250 inside and the 350's outside. So can't show that one to you right now, Mackenzie, but hey, I hope you got the picture. She's a beauty. All right. Josh, hello, everyone. What's going on, Josh? Nathan Wood from Wabash. What's going on? The Joel Nash in the house. What's up, Joel? Oh, hair cut it up. That's right. I told my wife when I came to get on tonight, I said, the women are going to be flocking to the live tonight. They're going to see Matt's live, and they're going to see the hairdo, and they're going to be like, ooh, and they're going to be running. I'm going to get all kinds of good comments. I told her. She said, yeah, right. Sure. Keep dreaming, Matt. Keep dreaming. I said, yeah. That's right. Hey, if a man can't dream big, right? All right, let's see. Brandon, howdy. Saw you yesterday driving in your truck. Man, you should have blown the horn, thrown a hand up, rolled the window down, said hi. I'm going to try to get you guys somewhat. Hey, there you go. All right, everybody good? I'm good. All right. Should have thrown a hand up, said hi, rolled the window down, something, blow the horn, yell at me, scream at me, something. Guys, if you guys see me out in town, okay, you can't miss me because there's a big old Wired for Crappie sticker on the back of my truck. Well, my 250. 350 doesn't have anything on it yet. But if you guys see me out in town, man, shoot me or come over, say hello. Don't shoot me the bird, but wave at me. Do something, okay? Because 9 times out of 10, I've got decals with me, and I'd love to give you a decal. Say hi, get to know you, at least shake your hand, say thanks for watching. You guys see me. I'm not too good to take 5 minutes to say hi. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys see me out town, you ain't going to bother me none. Come up, say hi, let me know who you are. Let me know how you like the channel. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you may want to say, hey, man, it benefit me greatly if you do, how to fish with a jig, because I don't know how to fish with a jig. If you could just thoroughly explain it to me in a video or something and show me how to do it, it would help. So, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys, and I'm here, like I said, for you guys. So if you see me out in town, make sure you stop in, say hi, ask me for a decal. I've got them with me 9 times out of 10, okay? Johnny Coots, what's up from Ringgold? Ronnie Harris from Carrollton, Georgia. Hello. Reginald Roundtree from West Monroe, Louisiana. What's going on? Brian, Matt, hope you're having a great week. I picked up a bunch of bonehead tackle stump bugs since last week. Now, what jig heads do I need and how do I rig them? Lots of laughs. Love the show, dude. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you like the show. I'm going to show you. Stay tuned, Brian, because we're going to show you. Well, let me just go ahead and get one of my rods up here, and we'll start rigging her up. And I will just show you my jig head, and I'll show you how I rig my stump bug, okay? Um, so first and foremost, I don't always fish with a leader, okay? Because I know some of you guys are going to say, how often do you fish with a leader? Not very often, okay? Especially on a guide trip. If I'm on a guide trip, guys, I cut every leader I have off, first of all. And this is a 6-pound fluorocarbon. I may actually go to an 8. Let me check it. No, that's okay. All right. So we're not going to tie that piece on. So this is 6-pound fluorocarbon from Vicious. It is clear. Fluorocarbon is invisible underwater. That's why I tie a fluorocarbon leader. Now, are crappie line sensitive? No, I've had that conversation before. I don't believe they are. But in a tournament situation, if it helps me get one more bite, I'm all about it. So we're going to tie this on here. I tie that with a uni knot. Okay. Uni knot. You guys can look that up. I've went over a uni knot a bunch of times. For the sake of time, we're not going to go over a uni knot tonight. It's pretty simple. Pretty much just put a loop in either side. Okay. With each individual line, braid, and fluoro. And you just kind of wrap it around itself like this right here. I typically go 4 times on the left, 4 times on the right. Then I cinch that one down. And then you just take those 2 knots and you just simply pull them together. Cut off the excess. If she ain't going to slip, you can cut it as close as you want. That knot will not slip, okay? I have never had a uni knot slip off or slip out. My scissors. And you can just take that and you can just nip those off just as close as you want to nip them off. Okay. It's always fun cutting braid. Okay. Now, jig head for a bonehead stump bug. Well, it really depends on what you're doing, okay, Brian? It really depends on how you're going to fish. So I've got 6 rods here. I've got 6 6.5 footers. ACC crappie sticks, 6.5 footers. You guys know it. That's what I fish with. That's the ACC crappie stick, 6.5. This is my tournament rod. I told you guys about this one the other week. It is a prototype, okay? It is a Tennessee handle. They don't make a Tennessee handle right yet, but this is a prototype, and it is the Tennessee handle with a super grip. That is my tournament rod because I love it, okay? But jig head. Let's see here. Let's go back to a jig head. So 6 rods. Okay. I'm going to tie, for tournament purposes, I'm going to tie 2 up with 16th ounce, 2 up with 1/8 ounce, and 2 up with 1/4 ounce jig heads. Okay. So I'm going to have 2 rods with each different weight jig head. Now, there will be different colors on those too, but I think I'm pretty much, well, let me take it back. By the end of Friday, I'll know what colors I'm using. I'm more concerned with presentation with the 16th, the 8th, and the 1/4. So if they want it falling slow, I'm going to fish with a 16th. If I can fish with an 8th, get it down there faster, and it doesn't take away from my bite or my strikes, then I will fish with an 8th. If I'm open water fishing or I'm casting the fish or I'm fishing deeper than 25 feet, then I want that 1/4 ounce jig head. Okay. So we'll start out with we'll start out with an 8. Okay. Jig head, I'm not super duper specific with my jig heads. Okay. This is an 1/8 ounce, just a gold Aberdeen number 2 hook. Okay. Just a gold Aberdeen number 2 hook, 1/8 ounce jig head, painted chartreuse. Okay. I get most all of my jig heads from Lightwire Hooks, www.lightwirehooks.com. Mr. Curtis Hobbs is where I get the majority of my jig heads from. Okay. I tie everything with a loop knot. Every jig I tie on is with a loop knot. Okay. Get that joker tied on. And my tag end is extremely short. Where'd it go? There it is. that one a little short. There we go. All right, so there's my loop knot. Just nip that off. Now, from there, I got my loop knot tied up. I got my jig on my line. Reason I tie a loop knot is just so what you see right there, so that jig sets straight up or perfectly horizontal. Okay, that's the purpose of a loop knot, is to allow that jig to move around. Okay, let's say I point it straight up in the air like this right here. When I let it go, it's going to go right back to horizontal. Okay, it's the purpose of a loop knot. So, the way I tie, get something bright here. The way I put my stump bug, okay, there's a bonehead tackle stump bug. That's pink and chartreuse. All right, I go right down through the head of that stump bug. Okay, right like that. The key here, guys, is you want to try to run that hook right down the middle of that body of that bait as close to center as you can all the way down. Okay, so you want to come straight down. Don't pinch your jig real hard. If you pinch your jig real hard, the hook is not going to run through the center of the body all the way down. You don't want to get that jig cocked one way or the other, because it won't run true when you're reeling it through the water. Okay, so just ease that hook down through there, and you want to come out right about there, right about where it naturally comes out, right in front of the paddle tail. You guys see that? Right in front of the paddle tail there. Okay, and then just thread it up on there. Yep. And there you have it. Perfectly threaded stump bug. Okay, nice and straight, perfectly straight, almost about perfect as you can get them. Okay, and that's it. It's that simple. That's an 1/8 ounce. Okay, now size hook, I use a number 2 on everything. I use a number 2 on 16th. I use number 2 on 8th. I use a number 2 hook on a 1/4. Okay, that's what I like. I like a number 2 hook because it comes out right at the back of that stump bug every time. Okay. Somewhere I had. Oh, there they are. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I hope that answers your question, Brian. Brandon, where are you fishing at, in Maryville or Knoxville? I fish all over East Tennessee, Brandon. I fish, Watts Bar, Tellico, Loudon, Chick, Melton Hill, unfortunately, Douglas, Cherokee. I fish a lot of different lakes, so I'm really all over East Tennessee. Ashley Coffee, what's up? George, Matt, what is your prediction on winning weight this Saturday on Chick? Well, George, I learned a long time ago not to answer this question, and I'll tell you why. Because one of two things happens, okay? I say something like 5 pounds, okay? And then somebody goes, or you show up to, you say, oh, well, oh, yeah, we can beat 5 pounds. And then somebody comes out, wins with 9 pounds, you're going to be like, golly, Matt said 5. I wouldn't have come if I knew it was 9. So then guys get upset about it because I told them the weight was way too low. Or vice versa, I say 9 pounds, and somebody looks at it and goes, man, I can't catch 9 pounds on the lake. I ain't going wasting my money. So I've learned a long time ago not to answer that question. As a tournament director, I learned a long time ago not to answer that question. It's going to take what it takes. I have a number in my mind that I know I need to go try to find to try to win. Now, whether that happens or not, who knows? I don't know if I'll go. I don't know if I'll even be able to go catch what I think it'll take. But I've got a goal for myself, and if I can get there, then I can win the tournament. So, we'll see. But as a general rule of thumb, I try not to answer that question. Slab Happy Lures, what is up, my friend? What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Glad you're with us. What's going on? Brandon said, "Will do next time." Absolutely, man. Make sure you say hi. Larry, you say that you figure 2/3 of depth when trolling crankbaits. Is your measurement from tip to lure or rod tip to weight? Rod tip to lure. Rod tip to lure. So if I have 12 feet between the rod tip and my lure, I'm estimating I'm somewhere right there around 8. Okay, 8 foot deep. Michael, hello, Matt. I'm new to the channel. I live on Logan Martin Lake in Alabama. I've learned a lot watching what you use on the lakes in Tennessee. I plan on using what I have learned this week. Awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys catch more fish. That's what I love to do. That's what it's all about. So I'm glad you have been able to be successful. You're learning, and I hope you have a great week. Adam, what's up, Mac? You need to have a Wired for Crappie and Crappie Cove decal giveaway. Heck, it's free advertising. Okay. I don't own anything with Crappie Cove, but I'll see if I can get some decals from Crappie Cove first and foremost. And if I can get some decals from Crappie Cove, sure, we'll give away some decals. You guys want some decals? I give away decals all the time. So, we can do a giveaway on decals. That ain't no big deal. Darren, what is your opinion are the best months to target open water fish? Oh, good question. Um, Best months to target open water fish. I don't know that there's best months. I would say there's more. It's more of best times. Um, I don't necessarily think there's a month that's better. I think there's times where you'll be able to locate open water fish, and then there's times when you won't. So I personally think that depending on what the fish are doing is going to depend on, whether they're set up in open water. If the fish are feeding, you're probably going to find them in open water. If the fish are in transition, you can probably find them in open water. But finding fish in transition in open water is going to be a little different than finding just feeding fish in open water, because fish in transition are moving, and they typically don't sit still for very long, and it's very difficult to get on those fish, consistently catch those fish, because they're continually moving. Okay, so it's a little bit more difficult to catch those fish in certain times of year. But as far as crappie are concerned, there's probably always fish somewhere in open water, but it's whether they're relating to, or it's really more along the lines of whether they're relating to the bottom or they're suspended in open water. I've seen a lot of crappie over the years with live scope that are relating to the bottom in open water. They're not necessarily suspended. So a lot of guys miss those fish because they're on the bottom. I feel like crappie use the bottom and utilize the bottom a lot more than we give them credit for. They're not bottom feeders per se, but crappie use the bottom of the lake a lot more than we give them credit for. I can tell you that right now. I know that for a fact. Because there's been days where I've watched fish crawl across the bottom of the lake until they found bait and then pop up off the bottom of the lake to feed for a minute, 2 minutes in a ball of bait, and then go right back down to the bottom of the lake and sit on the bottom of the lake. And I know they're crappie because I've caught them. So, you know, I don't know, to answer your question, that there's a specific time of year that's better than the other, Darren. I think it's more along the lines of the mood of the fish and what pattern they're in that given day. Now, from creek to creek, the pattern could change, okay? You may go in one creek and there's no bait, there's no, there may be fish, but there may be no bait. Those fish may just be in there in kind of a holding pattern. They're just lethargic, And then you may go in the next creek down and it's full of bait and there's fish in there feeding all over the place. So it really changes with area and the mood of the fish, what they're trying to do that day. Let's see. I saw another good one. Here we go. James, do you fish with small hair jigs, 1/32 or smaller? Well, to answer your question, I do. I don't fish much with anything smaller than a 32nd. I fish with a lot of 32nd ounce jigs and hair flies when I'm shooting docks. I won't shoot docks with anything but a 32nd. Okay. 32nd ounce jig is as heavy as I'll shoot a dock with, unless I don't have anything tied up that small, and I pull up, with a braided rod, and then I'll shoot a 16th because it's a little hard to shoot a 32nd on braid. But for the most part, if I have my choice, 32nd ounce jig or fly on docks is where it's at for me. Anything smaller than that, I don't too much use. Like I said, I don't even know that I have a whole lot smaller than that. I don't have 64ths or anything of that nature, but, I'm sure that slow fall, crappie will bite on the fall if it's slow enough, for sure. And I don't know if I've shown y'all my flies, but I have 4 million flies. I got flies coming out of my ears. These boxes are all full. Well, you can probably see them on the back better. These boxes are all full of flies. I've got about 3 or 4 more of them over there. They're just slum full of flies. So to answer your question, yeah, I do. I fish with flies all the time. Reason being, because they catch fish. Joe, what is your favorite multi-species lake in Tennessee/Kentucky, specifically crappie and walleye? If I was going to multi-species fish for crappie and walleye, it'd be Douglas. Yep, it'd be Douglas for me. Jeff, does the bright moon we have had this week change the morning bite? It has been bright this week. That's a very good question. The morning bite, no. But I tell you what it does do. It does spread those fish out a little bit more. So, a bright moon and bright nights, those fish spread spread out across the lake a little bit more because they've got more light. They've got, they can kind of roam a little bit more. There is a lot more roaming fish early in the morning because they've been up feeding all night. And it does spread those fish out a little bit more. And it also causes those fish, in my opinion, to move a little bit more. So this time of year, and especially with these bright moons, without giving too much away right now, the bright moons will move fish. Okay, so those guys that like take the chick tournament, for instance, those guys that fished last weekend, they may go back and find real quick that their fish are gone from where they found them last weekend because that bright moon moves fish. I mean, those fish have a lot of light at night. They've got a lot of availability to feed, and they're moving around a lot more. So they may find out their fish are gone. I don't know. They may figure out more fish have moved in. It's just, one of them things. Jimmy Pratt, Josh Sanders is going to win on the chick. Well, I like the confidence, okay? Speak it, my friend. Speak it into existence. You know what I'm saying? I thought personally that my buddy Ray was going to win it, but Ray, I don't know. He struggled in the last tournament down there. I don't know what his deal is. I mean, he struggled a little bit, but nonetheless, I poke at him about it because I love poking. But no, I hope Josh does win it. That's my hopes. I hope Josh slays him. I hope he wins it. If he wins it, I'll go home happy. How about that? But I'm going to try to beat him. But if he wins it, I'm going home happy. He deserves it at this point. All right. Fished this past Tuesday and most crappie laying on bottom. Used a slider to catch limit. Watched them come off the bottom. They do. I mean, I'm telling you right now, crappie relate to the bottom a lot more than we give them credit for. George, Matt, what pound test do you shoot docks with? I know you say a 1/32 for jig weight. Just curious online. 4-pound test. I always shoot docks with 4-pound test fluorocarbon from Vicious. I'm sorry, not fluorocarbon. What am I talking about? 4-pound mono high vis from Vicious is what I use on my dock shooting rods. Okay. One thing I did pick up on Loudon this last tournament, my air stone in my live well broke, and I had to use flagging tape and wrap. So here's a new. This is what I use in my live well. Okay, this is a cheap Aqua Culture 14-inch air stone. Okay. In my live well, this is what I use that I hook my power bubbles up to, my 12-volt power bubbles, okay? Hook it up to this 14-inch jewel, and I put that in my live well. That does a couple things for me because I run this on an external battery, lithium battery, and it powers that power bubbles all day long, no problem. And I don't have to use my aerator on my live well and burn up my battery in my boat where I'm trying to get more power to my units, right? So I use this in order to keep my fish alive because I fill my live well up. I put my additives in there to keep my fish all nice and calm and happy and living. And then I run this air stone in there to disperse oxygen in my live well. So this thing broke, okay? The stone actually broke out of it, and it was just sending all the air out of the center. And I actually took flagging tape like construction workers use and wrapped it around the stone and tied it and kept the air going in there so that it would come out the stone sides. It was a nightmare. Okay. I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out how to get my stone to work. So I bought 2 that way. Cause if you have one and it breaks, you don't have another one, then you're up creek and you're fixing it with flagging tape. So I bought 2. So I'm ready for this weekend. I'm getting ready to rig those up here in just a little bit. Get my live well ready because I don't like losing fish. I hadn't yet lost a fish that I was going to weigh in. Now, knock on wood, I don't ever want to, but I I have lost a couple fish that I was not weighing in, but never one that I was going to weigh in. So, with that being said, hopefully I won't lose any this weekend because, quite honestly, on chick, I don't think I can afford to lose any, especially if they're over a pound. I can't afford to lose them. So, hopefully we won't. But, anyway, we'll see. If there's any dentists in the house, do not yell at me about biting line. I've had them yell at me before, and it does no good. I just keep doing it. One of these days when I have to pay to fix a chipped tooth, I'll stop biting my line. Anybody out there ever had a chipped tooth from biting line? I'm sure you guys probably have. Somebody has. Will you admit it? Will you admit it to us? George said that's a great idea on the backup bubbler. Thank you. I carry one just in case. Yeah, I mean, I run mine from the time I hit the lake that morning to the time I get to the weigh-in. I run my aerator. I run that bubbler on oxygen. Because that's the last thing I want to do is lose fish. I don't want to lose fish. Work all day to catch them, then I have to lose one. I don't want to do that. Homie don't want to play that. Know what I mean? Don't want to do it. Now, again, like I said, I'm going to tie all these up. I'm going to get all these rods ready, which is kind of what I'm doing now. I know you guys can't really see everything, but we'll get all these rods ready, and I'm going to tie 2 16th-ounce jigs, 2 8th-ounce jigs, 2 1/4-ounce jigs. All right. My 8s and 16ths is what I'm going to use for brush, and my 1/4 is going to be solely for open water fish. I don't even know if I'll find any open water fish. I don't know what I'll find, to be honest with you. We'll spend some time down there Friday, so we'll be on the lake Friday. And by the way, our series is starting this week, so you need to watch out for that video coming. I'm actually going to try to drop that video Friday for you guys on our Becoming a Better Crappie Angler series here that we're getting ready to kick off. So hopefully that'll be out Friday. I'm looking forward to that. And it's not all going to be about live scope, believe it or not. We're not going to sit there and do live scope. We're going to talk about things other than live scope. We're going to talk about how to catch fish without live scope because not everybody has it. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be able to teach people how to catch fish without it. And one day, if they get live scope, then they can watch some old videos and learn how to catch them with it, right? But for the time being, we need to teach people how not to use it. And we are getting ready to get in the season where you can catch them just about anyway, other than crankbaits. They don't really play with crankbaits too well when it starts cooling off. It's kind of a warm water deal for the most part. And I'm having a hard time with this rod. Come on. Hey, there we go. Got it. That's all you need to do is get Ray fired up even more. He is crappie nuts now. Yeah, he is kind of crappie nuts. That's funny. What ramp are y'all using Saturday? We are using Wolf Teaver. We are launching out a Wolf Teaver. Okay, right there off 58, right there by Wolf Teaver Bridge. Ray can't get more fired up. Yep. How do you shut your lid without crimping the line to the bubbler? Would like to try this. Actually, believe it or not, Rusty, when you shut the lid, it doesn't really affect the bubbler much. I actually, so you're not going to believe this, but I actually took my GoPro and I thought the same thing. I thought, man, when I shut my lid, is it going to pinch that line off, or is it still going to bubble? So I actually put my GoPro in there and turned the record on and put some water in there, and I did it right here in the shop. I put some water in it, put my GoPro in there, and closed the lid. Bubbled just the same. Never missed a beat. East TN Leo, join the stream late. What is your go-to lure jig for fall crappie fishing? My go-to is a bonehead tackle stump bug in whatever variation of color you typically use. So black chartreuse, purple chartreuse, blue chartreuse. These are colors that work well in East Tennessee. Depending on your water clarity and your depth you're fishing is going to depend on your color. So white chartreuse, moon dust, blood moon. Those are good colors. Slick neon, slick. I mean, all good colors. So, depending on what the water clarity is, what lake you're fishing, and the depth you're fishing, depends on what color I use. But my go-to, again, is a bonehead tackle stump bug. I do like a Charlie Brewer slider. I do like a hair jig this time of year. I do like a jiffy jig this time of year. I like crappie magnets this time of year, slab curlies. But my go-to is the bonehead tackle stump bug. Use hydrogen peroxide in your live well, just a shot, and cycle it before placing fish in. Haven't lost a fish yet in a tournament this year. Knock on wood. Lots of laughs, great shows always, Matt. Thank you very much. I've heard of the what'd I do? All right. So I've heard of the hydrogen peroxide. I use Keep Alive or Please Release Me is what I use. Please Release Me. It's a granular. You put in your live well. It replaces the slime coat. It soothes the fish. It keeps them from regurgitating, blah, 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 blah. So it's a great product. I've used it forever. It turns the water a bluish green. I always like to look at my live well, see bluish green water because I feel like I've done something, feel like I'm helping my fish because I look in there and it's bluish green. I'm like, I'm helping them fish, baby. You guys are getting it. You guys are staying at the Taj Mahal or Ranger boats right now. You know what I'm saying? And the Ranger live wells, you got the Taj. You in the sauna, you're getting your thing going on down in there. You're getting your slime coat put back on, all that good stuff. So that's kind of what I use. But thank you. I appreciate it. I have heard of the peroxide, and I appreciate the great show there. Matt Wiley, what's up? I'm going to drop an 8-pound bag of concrete in the hole at Wolf Teever. I'll drop it in, bag and all. There you go. That'd probably work. Yep, that would probably work. Oh, one more. So this is the new ACC One Piece, which this weekend will be the first time that I get to use this rod. So I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to trying the One Piece and seeing how I like it. I've been asked a lot about them, whether I like them or not, and I hadn't got a chance to use them. So this weekend will be the first chance that I get, and I'm excited. I don't know that I'll use it in the tournament, but I may use it a little bit Friday just to see how I like it. Don't plan on doing a lot of fishing Friday, but we're going to try it. We're going to fish some, and we'll probably try this rod and see how I like it. I may like it better than my quote-unquote tournament rod, my prototype. I don't know. We'll see. I do like the reel seat on this rod a lot better. I think they have perfected the reel seat. The reel seat is awesome. I do like the reel seat on the One Piece more so than the two piece. But I don't know. I hadn't got a chance to feel the backbone and have a fish on it yet. So hopefully we'll change that this weekend. I mean, we're going to Chick, so we should be able to put fish on it. That lake's full of crappie. Slum full. They're all the same size, but it's slum full of them. I'm braid, George. I'm braid on all of my casting rods, on all my pitching casting rods. I'm braid. On my dock shooting rods, I'm still mono. Yep, still mono on them. Jimmy said he really likes the 6-foot one piece more than I thought I would. Well, I like a one piece rod, to be honest with you. I always have liked a one piece rod until I went to ACC, and then I figured out that I really like the 2-piece rod. So I'm excited to go back to a one piece rod because I don't know. I mean, I always thought the one piece had a backbone advantage over a 2-piece. But now that I've fished with the ACC 2-piece, I'm starting to feel like maybe they don't, because not in ACC anyway. There are a couple other rod companies I've used, and there's definitely an advantage to a 1-piece over a 2-piece. As far as the ACC is concerned, I haven't had the 2-piece out there and really put it through the paces, so I can't say that I know there's not, but I don't see an advantage just having them in my hand and feeling them. But we'll see. We'll see once I get a fish on the end of it what it does, and swinging them in the boat, what it does. And I'd like to get a little bit of a larger fish on there, swing one of them in the boat, see what it does. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But, all right, guys. We've been on almost an hour. I am to the bottom of the thread, so we are going to call it tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Again, as always, appreciate you guys for what you do. Make sure you watch out for the video coming this week. We're going to start our series on making you guys how to become a better crappie angler, how to become a more well-rounded crappie angler and catch more fish. Start that series this week. I'm looking forward to it. And as always, God bless. Wish me luck this weekend. We're going to go after them. We're going to go after them as hard as we can. We're going to try to win one. A lot of good anglers down there, especially on Chick. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know what to expect, but I'm going to give it my all and see if Wired can't win one. So as always, God bless again, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Same time, same place, next Wednesday, 9 p.m. See you guys. Have a good one.